the best content is authentic and vulnerable and real. People are sick of fakeness. Notice what people like about me in real life that makes them want to follow me on Instagram, and how do I present the same features. I believe in being authentic and real helps us grow and connect on a deeper level to people.
Yeah.
That's one of my core values. I'm gonna say something that I've never heard anyone say.
What is the best and worst passive income in your opinion?
I used to be a dreamer of passive income and be like, oh, I need to have passive income. But it's not really like 100% passive, almost ever.
Yeah.
It's how passive is it? Most people, they're like not passive at all. They're just like working and they get paid per hour.
Yeah.
But I think the more risk you take, the more reward you can take as well. That's like the rule of entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Not always true, but it's often true.
Yeah, I believe the big investors that are investing in companies and having a large percentages of companies are the true passive money makers.
Yeah, you got to take risk, and that's what entrepreneurs understand. But then, like, what most people don't understand in a 9-to-5 or in a normal job is like you have risk as well. Like now, especially now more than ever, because AI is gonna probably replace you. It's crazy because a lot of people are not really scared of AI. I'm terrified, and all the entrepreneurs I speak to, they're like about to replace all their team with AI, and they're terrified from AI as well.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So back to passive income. So for example, like I used to have a photo booth, right?
Yeah.
If I wanted to rent this photo booth, then it's like, what did I need to do? I need to answer an email. Like, okay, I needed to put it somewhere to get attention, right? So I can pay for ads or I can have it organically. Organically means I gotta make reels for it or put it on Google somewhere and Google Maps and stuff like that. Yeah, could be quite passive. Then I need to answer emails. Then I need to also deliver it, right?
Yeah.
Send it to the people, have the camera, have everything set up, buy prints. So it's not so passive. You could hire someone to do all of that for you once it makes enough money, right? And then it's more passive, much more passive. So you can replace yourself. I think every business can be quite passive if you know how to replace yourself. If you know how to charge premium or how to do a lot of quantity and then kind of replace yourself. Or with the internet, there is a lot of like, you can sell presets or you can sell like on Etsy stuff, right? Then you're fighting with competition always. Like where there's money, there's competition often. Or it has to be really boring and really niche down.
Yeah.
And those are places where people make a lot of money, to be honest.
Yeah, I've heard that the best way how to expand, like you find a really small niche and you just become best there, and then you like kind of expand and add other stuff that's around.
Not saying small, I'm saying like a very specific problem that someone specifically has.
Yeah, like Jeff Bezos, he created Amazon just to sell books, and now it's like
You niche out.
Yeah,
But at the beginning, you got to start at a niche, and it's the same for content, I believe. I started having a very specific problem for photographers, right? It was the beginning. It was how I edited.
Yeah.
There are other people who do that. I apparently did it good enough to be seen.
Yeah.
Then it was business in general, how to become a photographer. Then it was like how to 10x your prices. Because most people are stuck in those low budget prices. And I used to be stuck there as well. So that's another problem. Now I'm niching out to business in general, but it takes steps, right?
Yeah, I want to ask you this question. How to make content more effective?
Okay, I can speak about it for hours. Well, I used to do a lot of mistakes before my Instagram blew up. I spent like 6 years on my Instagram trying to grow it, and I grew it from 0 to 5,000 followers. But it was mostly people who knew me in real life. And I was like, most of them are people who know me in real life. They look at my stories, they like my photos, they like me.
Yeah.
There's something here. But new people don't care about me.
Yeah.
Right? Why is that? And then I was like, it's because new people don't know what the people in real life know about me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I meet a lot of people, I see people like me, and then they want to follow me on Instagram.
Yeah.
Right? So how do I present the same Sam that people meet in real life online? How do I notice what people like about me in real life that makes them want to follow me on Instagram online? And how do I present the same features, right?
Yeah.
So, well, what did I did back then? I just basically hid my face and showed only photos of what I did as work, as my art.
Yeah.
And people knew me. They were like, cool, I like this guy, I like this photo.
Yeah.
But that's literally like me showing you a photo with a note context and not telling you nothing.
Yeah.
Also, if I write things down, people don't care about it because you can just scroll down and you get someone to say it
real
to you.
quick,
right? So then it's getting over fears, right? Okay, how can I be as authentic as I am in real life and as real as I am in real life online? That's the real game.
Yeah.
And I believe behind fear, there's growth. And also, like, most people just don't do that. They don't do voiceovers, they don't speak online, they don't put themselves out there in front of the camera.
Yeah.
They're shy to speak. Yeah, and that's why they don't grow. But then you might think like, oh my God, that's cost so much time and energy and fear. Yeah, at the beginning it costs a lot of energy because it's a lot of fear.
Yeah.
But there's ways to do it really efficient, I think. Like having a conversation with a real human.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
This can become content, really good content, and it's just really organic. I don't need to think about who is this mysterious person looking at me and what do they think. I think, what do you think now?
Yeah.
I have both of them at the same time because I train my mind. But that's one way. The second is like a sales call. You do sales call all the time, and most people don't even know they do sales calls. But it's like even a meeting with someone, finding problems and being like, I have a solution for that, or I can help you with that, or I know someone who can help you. That's sales as well. We do a sales call on Zoom, right?
Yeah.
Like photographers, videographers, they do it all the time. We're on a call. You can just record that and make short form out of that, or you can record yourself on the phone on the side and share that. And I see people do that and they go really viral.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's really interesting what's happening in those one-on-one conversations.
Yeah.
You have a real human with a real problem, an authentic problem in an authentic situation.
Yeah, also,
It's real.
Yeah, also, there's a lot of people that are working 9 to 5 and they're not recording what they're doing, and they're missing out bad. Even if you work in construction, you make like construction videos, how you lay bricks and stuff, then you can sell brick products. You can sell like protection gear. You can start selling like t-shirts of your own personal brand. Like start create memes about like working at McDonald's, creating like
100%.
POV shots on TikTok and create a catching title and make 1 minute long videos and get paid per CPM payouts on TikTok. You can get paid $1 per 1,000 views. It's like you just need to be unique. You can't just steal content from YouTube and repurpose it into TikTok. No, now it flags it. Now it just doesn't want to show to all the people, and you just get flagged. The best possible content is content that you make about yourself and your daily things, things that you do. Yeah.
That's authentic and vulnerable.
Yeah.
The best content is authentic and vulnerable and real.
Yeah.
People are sick of fakeness.
Yeah.
And that's why like Instagram and social media is getting so addictive, because it starts to be more real than real life.
Yeah.
Like you see there, people are crying, people are doing like real authentic stuff more than you can see that when you walk on the street.
Yeah.
Often. And that's why it's so addictive.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so, because it's real.
Yeah.
There's some real stuff there, especially on TikTok or on short form lately. I'm gonna say something that I've never heard anyone say, and it's basically most businesses think that business is boring. Business is not boring at all. Like content that's made around business has the most interesting insights, has the most interesting educational values. And business is actually solving problems in real life, right?
Yeah.
So most businesses, but still most businesses think like, oh, my business is just boring stuff. No, it's not boring stuff. For normal people who don't know about your industry, there are a lot of really interesting insights there.
Yeah.
Like statistics, or what you do actually, or how do you do it, or different techniques. Like my favorite way of showing what I do online is I show what I do and I say why I do it.
Yeah.
Like most often I just answer what people really care about. And I know who I speak to.
Yeah. I want to ask you this question because like a lot of people have this problem. How do you overcome the fear to stand in front of the camera and start talking? How do you do it?
I had a few steps with it. I was a photographer.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were like, hey, are you ever on the photos?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, thank you. I don't want that. But I was like, I'm just bad. I just need to get over this fear, right?
Yeah.
And also it got me to be like not confident with what I'm doing, because if I'm like taking photos of people professionally, and I need to know how to put them comfortable in front of the camera, but the best way to put them comfortable in front of the camera is to be comfortable myself and to know how they feel exactly.
Yeah.
And I know how they feel, but I just don't know how to overcome it. So I always so I never really had confidence around it. Right? So the first step, what I did is basically I had a day off. I was like, I'm gonna tackle this fear.
Yeah.
I basically put my camera on a tripod, and I had an app so I can just take photos of myself.
Yeah.
Put my favorite music on, and for 2 hours, uncomfortably, not something I was having fun doing, I was just doing it.
Yeah.
I was just doing it, right? And then after those 2 hours, I remember I was like, fine. this black big lens
Yeah.
is just okay. It's just a friend. It's not
Yeah,
judging me.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
fine.
Yeah.
So that unconsciously got me to be comfortable. Then speaking on camera became another thing. But I challenged myself. I was like, this is a priority. This is one thing I have to do. Like, this is one of the most important things I can do in my life.
Yeah.
Get over this fear. But now kids are like naturally born with that. So, but
Yeah.
for my generation, it's really hard, and
Yeah.
for yours as well sometimes. But then also having this like natural conversations like this is really helpful. Most people are like, sometimes they have content, but they're really scared to share it.
Yeah.
So I'm like thinking, okay, well, I just share it with my mom. I'll share it with friends. I'll share it with a lot of people. And maybe you can like start making yourself comfortable with just sharing it with people who you're less comfortable with, right?
Yeah.
So you share it with strangers. So even now, if I meet someone, I can send them a video of what I did today.
Yeah.
Or do a voice memo or stuff like that. That's already getting over this fear, right?
Yeah.
And then you're sharing it online.
Yeah.
So you get like from, I trust this person a lot and I trust them not to judge me, to I don't trust this person, or I trust this person less, but I will still send it, see how they react.
Yeah.
And then I send it to people who I don't know at all, to the internet basically. It can go everywhere.
Yeah.
I guess it often comes from trauma and seeing other people who are getting ruined by a piece of content they made or something like that, and unconsciously it ruins us.
Yeah. So you overcame this fear, but your clients, what about your clients?
I believe in being authentic and real helps us grow and connect on a deeper level to people.
Yeah.
That's one of my core values.
Yeah.
I can sense bullshit really quickly, and I get really like unattracted by it. So I try to be as real as I possibly can.
Yeah.
And it's scary sometimes going from this like, oh, let's be really polite, let's be really professional. Like, I meet people who are above me, who are making like $1 million a month.
Yeah.
I speak to them about girls.
About
all my experiences. I share all my girls' experience, everything, and they love it. And this is one of the reasons I think we connect so much, because they see how authentic I am, how open I am, how vulnerable I can be.
Yeah, they're just tired of always hearing like, yo, I did this in business, that. You just need to talk more about like yourself, like what you did. Yeah.
Just be true. Just be honest.
Like, want to party tonight?
I have a friend who my brother introduced me to.
Yeah.
My brother is like the super anti-business. Every time I speak to him about business, he shuts down and he's like, don't talk to me about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but he has a friend who is, I think, becoming a billionaire, right?
Yeah.
A really big friend.
Yeah.
And so he introduced me, I became good friends with this billionaire almost,
Yeah.
or with this guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, we're having like a beautiful conversation about business. We can learn from each other. This is beautiful. But my brother doesn't speak to you about business. How do you connect to him?
Yeah.
And he was like, there's something really special about your brother. He's so light, he's so authentic, and so just, I don't need to use a lot of brain power. It's just really fun to be around.
Yeah.
And it's so refreshing.
Like, it's really
and my
big.
brother is socially like brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant socially, just business, he just doesn't care. He doesn't
Yeah.
Right?
So a lot of business owners have like this problem of burnout and stuff like that, and they always need that one friend that just like, yo, want to go out, want to go like see some girls. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
it just clicks. They're like, bro, I love you. Yeah.